Hey there, my name is Proctor, and this video is about the lecture that was presented to us earlier this semester by John Mather, and it was entitled "The History of the Universe." And I found this lecture very interesting, even though most of it did go over my head. But just something that people know so much about, but yet so little about. The universe is such a huge thing, and it's been around for a few more years than we have, and just the fact that someone can do such abstract reasoning and abstract research and can find something so far away really intrigues me. And so John Mather is a Nobel laureate, and one of his biggest, or one of the things he's most famous for, was his study of like the background radiation at the edge of the universe. And he says like this is the energy that is left over from the creation, or from, I guess you could say, the Big Bang, as some people would like to call it. And that really intrigues me because that's something that's been around for billions of years, and the fact that we can study it and we can see it, or well, I guess we can see it, and know that it's there, and that has been there since the beginning, really says a lot to me. And another one of the things that he talked about, which I thought was really neat, was the how we can study the expansion of our universe through the Doppler effect. And the way we can do it is like with the Doppler effect, as something gets farther away, it changes color. And so the way that he says that we can know that the universe is expanding is just viewing it telescopically. We can see in our images that things are changing colors, and that the universe is expanding. And I found that to be very intriguing as well, which that lays so many questions in my mind on how that can happen, and just the physics behind that. It blows my mind, honestly. I have no conception of how any of that could happen. But while we're talking about telescopes, of course everyone knows or has heard of the Hubble telescope, and that's been around for a while. Well, he introduced a new telescope that is going to be out in, I think he said, around 6 years, so I guess that's 2018 or 19, called the James Webb Telescope. And while, I mean, I don't think it'll replace the Hubble telescope, it will definitely be the best telescope anyone's ever seen, and definitely will have a lot of cool features. One of the features that he mentioned was that it would have a sun shield, which would protect the image from the sun's radiation, which will give it a lot clearer image. And of course, I don't know much about telescopes, but it seems like that it would definitely be an asset. And so that I really found that to be neat. I'll be excited to see when that comes out, and what we can see with that telescope. That'll definitely lay a lot of ground. And so one of the other things he talked about was the big question: are we alone? Now, I mean, I could go on all day talking about this, and I honestly don't think well, I know nobody knows for sure, or at least I think that. And so we won't go too far on this. He stated his opinion, and of course there's research that can lead both ways. They found water here, and they found places that could sustain life, but yet, to my knowledge, we've never found any life. But that is still a very interesting topic in my opinion, and I'll be eager to see if we can lay any new ground once we have the new telescope, the James Webb Telescope, if we can cover any new ground to that question. Another thing he mentioned was a collision between two solar systems, and I found that very interesting. And of course, I mean, that's something that's going to be way after our time, unless anybody's planning on living for a few billion more years. But and just the thought that two masses that big could collide into each other really intrigues me. And what would happen after that just paints all kind of pictures in my mind and seems really neat. So I'd like to be around to see that, but I guess we can't really make that happen. But all in all, his lecture was great. I really enjoyed it, and even though most of it was over my head, I did get a lot from it, and I hope everyone else did too. Thank you.